All right, I got a Honda transmission on the bench out of a, I think it's probably about an '01 Honda Civic. The transmission is a BMXA, and this belongs to Mr. Bob, who pulled the transmission out and brought it to me, drove here from Albany to drop the transmission off for overhaul. Okay, and this has your typical problem that Hondas have, which is when it gets hot, it stops moving. So we know we're gonna find the clogged screen and more than likely flake clutches, probably second clutch, third clutch may be flaked off. Also could be converter clutch if we don't see much happening with the clutch packs. But bottom line is when it got hot, no move. All right, so we're gonna break this thing open and just see what's going on with it. I'm waiting for my banner kit and filter. I do not have it yet, but let's get the transmission open to see what's going on and see if we need anything other than your basic parts to overhaul this. We're going to check steels. Just going to go through the whole thing and get him back on the road. Now also, you know, the cooler, heat exchanger is in the radiator, and he doesn't have a hot flush machine. Very hard to get that clean. I'll tell you, I had cars here when this has happened, and sometimes we got to hot flush these things out. You know, when they're bad, it could be a day. When it's not too bad, maybe 3-4 hours before that screen that I can see starts coming out clear, because I won't put the transmission in until this screen comes out clean. So he's actually going to be installing a new radiator, which is great. So we're going to get this all nice and clean, new radiator, rebuild converter, rebuild trans. It's going to be good to go. All right, so I'm going to get a little closer. We can go through, you know, solenoids and stuff on the outside. And we're going to open this up. We at least want to get the case off, you know, take a look at the clutches, stuff like that, between today and tomorrow morning. But probably today we're going to pull all the outside stuff out, and then I'll see what time it is. Again, you know, it's the end of the day, and I got a couple of things going on at home, so I do have to get home soon, at a reasonable hour, I should say, from what I normally work till. And then we can pick it up in the morning, but we'll see how far we get tonight. All right, so let me get a little closer, and we'll get started. Okay, so external to the transmission, we have the vehicle speed sensor. Here is the range switch, or the neutral safety switch. Here is the lead. You'll see that when I take the cover off. Countershaft speed sensor. All right, we're going to turn around. We got the linear solenoids. These are the pressure solenoids, and you know, these Hondas, they're clutch-to-clutch shift transmissions, so these are responsible for the apply and release of the clutch packs. Okay, you got a set of also solenoids, two on a bar here. One is lockup, one is shift solenoid A, shift solenoid B up here, and this is your main shaft speed sensor here. All right, so we're gonna flip this thing. Actually, you know what? We're gonna take the cool lines off. We're gonna get the solenoids out. We'll flip it up and get the rest of the electronics off on the outside. All right. All right, so let's get the one bolt out here. 10mm. Now we got 17. Let's see, where's my 17? Okay. I'm gonna clean these up, put some washers on them. Okay, here are the lines. This in here. Leave here. This I'm gonna put back here. All right, we got shift solenoid B. Give me 1 second, please. Okay. So we got to get this shift solenoid out. Okay. I'm going to clean all this crap out of here. put new seals. Right, this actually will come right out because I had it out, because I want to see what I was in for. We're trying to get this stuff out. So here's the speed sensor. All right. You know, sometimes also when these clutches flake off, there's a screen behind the dual set of solenoids there that, you know, those screens get clogged too. Let's see what they look like. All right, here's the vent. I don't want to lose that when I put the case in the tank. Okay. Ready? Dual linears. I'm going to take this bolt out, and then I'm going to, usually when it's apart, I try to get that speed sensor out. Okay. There's a 12 millimeter here. How far bolts are coming out? Okay. All right. So what we're going to do now is stand this up. Let's get the neutral switch out. Fix that. Okay. It's a little tight in there. If I can shock it loose. All right, let me go get some stuff. Give me 1 second. Ready? I'm gonna have to fix that. A lot of electrolysis here with the bolt. Ready? Clean all that up nice. All right, so let's get these solenoids out. Okay. All right, these screens look pretty clean. I think you get new, in the kit, I think they give you new screens. Okay. Now let's see if we can get this cover. See if we can get this off. Okay, very nice. feed tubes. I want to make sure they're nice and smooth when they're right in the bushings. Yeah, these feel good. All right, let's get the park here. Let's get it out of park first. Linkage. Okay. Right here's the linkage. I know every time I say it's very confusing on these Hondas. I think I see somebody pulling up. Give me 1 second here. Okay, we're gonna get these end nuts off, so we gotta take the peen away. To get behind it. Okay. And these both come off opposite. If you look at the nut, the nut has an arrow, and on the Hondas, the arrow shows which way it tightens. So if usually it has an arrow, then it's the opposite. Okay. Not too bad. I usually change the end nuts if I can get them. Okay. And this other one is a 12 point. I got a 15, 16. Okay. That is good, along with a small washer. Okay. Take a look at the low clutch. Alright, so this here, I'm going to get a brass hammer, and we're going to take this sprag off. Let's see if I can do it with this first. Sprag in here. Okay. Bearing. Goes there. Okay, now a couple of O-rings here we got to take off. We'll slide this bearing race out and go in there. Okay. We got this lined up to slide up through. Now, all the bolts. 14. Let's hope they all come out easy. And we got 4 left. Okay. I got the big one here. Nice. Okay. All right, now we gotta see if we can pop this up. Little sucker works pretty good. I got from Snap-on. Okay, so we got a little small tube. Ugh. Okay, we got a small tube. It's stuck in the case. All right, and that is going to go here. All right, that looks like it. Looks like it is a little clogged there. But if the clutches look okay, I'm going to go with something wrong with the converter. screen has like a film on it. Yeah, it's definitely clogged, 100%. Okay, I'm gonna take this idler gear off. I'm gonna take the fork off. Gotta get that bolt out. Gotta bend the tape away. The bolt. This might not come out so easy. Yeah. Now it looks like may have a little bit play in the second clutch. Let's see how easy that'll come out. Good. Alright, so I'm going to work on that speed sensor because I want to wash this case up. Okay, so and this here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this gear off, and I want to make sure the cross pin, the roll pin for the cross pin is not broken. I'm going to take that out and look at it. Maybe we'll take a look at these clutches, and then we can finish up with the valve body tomorrow morning. See there? Let me just bring this down a little bit. Okay. All right, so this is a little tight. That little hub there is on a little tight, and that's pretty common with these BMXAs. So we're going to knock that hub off. It comes right off, no problem. Here, here, here. Okay, we got here. We got the bearing race. We're going to take third gear off of the bearing. And on top. We got the third clutch. Not too bad. Okay, now let me get us focused on the main shaft, which is the fourth clutch and the second clutch. Let me just reposition here. Give me 1 second. So we got a snap ring in here we got to take out. Little wire clip snap ring. Okay, that's what that looks like. Got a bearing and a race here. Bearings and races here. Go to the side. Main shaft O-rings. sealing rings. Okay, so this is second. I'm going to take this off. And this has the washer. It has the two tabs. Back in the day when we would do these Hondas, before they made them beefy like this, those tabs would always be broken off. You always needed a second clutch string. Okay, so let's take a look at the second clutch. Yes, these are worn down, burnt. And this one here, there's really nothing left of it. You can see the pattern, but there's nothing left of it. This has some, and this has some. This has nothing. Now we'll take a look at the fourth. And yeah, it's a little burnt as well. First. Well, you can see the clutches are dark. They're burned probably from the screen being clogged up. Okay. All right, so tomorrow we will continue. I got to get organized here. I got to lay out all my bolts on a rag for the valve body. And you got a couple of O-rings here to seal the third drum. Okay, so let me get organized here. I'm going to probably just put the case aside. I got to put these gears aside and stuff. I want to lay the bolts out, put everything aside. I have a couple, well, I've got like 3 of them on the way out. So, and I got one on the bench already, a ZF transmission of a BMW I'm working on. So, and I got a ZF here that I'm waiting for parts for from Germany. So, got to figure out where I'm going to put all this stuff, but we'll figure it out. All right, so tomorrow morning I'm going to get organized, get rid of this stuff, and we're going to take the valve body apart. This way I can wash up the cases tomorrow and put those aside. So, all right, so I will catch up with you guys in the morning. All right, so we're going to disassemble this valve body this morning on this Honda. All right, we got 5 different sections. So this section up here is the servo valve body, also has all the accumulators in it. This is the secondary valve body, has the clutch pressure control spring. You want to check to make sure it's not broken. Main valve body, regulator valve body, and lockup valve body. Alright, so let's break all these loose here.
side. Take this off here. I usually have dowel pins. Okay, got a couple of valves in here. Okay. All right, so we're gonna actually, let's take both of those out. Let me just get my magnet here. This one will probably work. So these are both the same, these valves and springs. Give me 1 second. Okay. So they both look like this, they're both the same. Got your dowel pins. No plate on this one. This we can lift off. There's all our accumulators for the reverse. Plate. And these go down through the whole length down to the main valve body. These out. All right, we're going to check that spring, but it does not appear to be broken. And we'll take this out. Separator plate with filter. Doesn't look too bad. Get this actuator around here. Okay, got an O-ring here. This. Here. Okay. All right, now the linkage. This I'll have to get out to clean it up. All right, so this one here we're going to have, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably 6 to 7 check balls on this. All right, so let's get the magnet, big magnet. Here. Okay, so we got 3 so far. We got 2, 4, 6, 7. So we got 8. That's it. No more. Okay. Filter seal. Okay, this here I was working it back and forth, and I actually got it out. Took me a little while, but get stuck on the O-ring and stuff, but I was just kind of working it back and forth and inching it forward, and I got that, so that's good. All right, now I want to get that linkage out because I want to clean all that up. And I like to change those seals. Alright, so I'm going to clean this up here, Y wheel, clean this up. And now this is ready to be washed in the tank. Then I'll get the gasket off and make everything all nice. Gonna get the seals out. Axle seal. Clean all that up in there, that's all crapped up. Okay. Alright, so what I want to do, let me clean this up here, of course you can see You can see there's a little evidence of water here, possibly maybe from the transmission sitting. But I have my special bucket under there for the transmissions that have water in it. All right, so let me get rid of this oil. And we're going to take a look at that clutch pressure control valve spring. And we'll put that back together. And I guess we can just finish out the video with that. So we definitely found a clogged spring. Found the second clutch. Flaked off a little bit. Could also be due to converter clutch. Okay. Let me just put this on this piece here. Let me just, okay. So we're going to take the outer piece out, and then they have the adjustment in there. This is like the locking piece here. All right. And we got to count those turns. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a half, 8. Okay. We got 8. Okay, this spring looks good, but I'm gonna probably, Sonic sells them separately, so I'll probably be changing it anyway. There's the valve, that looks good. So that was 8 turns. And I gotta get my stuff on order. And I guess that's about it for this Honda Civic. Again, probably 0102 BMXA, typical clogged filter, stopped moving when it got hot. We did find the filter clogged between a combination, I think, of the clutches and maybe the converter. And I guess that's about it. So this is gonna get the banner kit, filter, clutch pressure control valve, spring, converter. Going to test all the solenoids, and I want to check again on the diff to make sure the roll pin is not broken that holds the cross pin in place. All right, and of course we're going to take care of this clutch pressure control valve spring. All right, so I guess that is about it. I thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and we will see you next one.